The year 2025 presents a unique astrological dilemma. You have an unsteady Mars going back and forth until April. Saturn transit happens in end March. Guru does a double transit with the first one happening in mid-May. Rahu-Kethu transit happens in end of May. And then Saturn turns retrograde from July until end of November. Guru's second transit will be from the mid of October until the 5th of December. No matter what Rashi you are, there is no use in looking at the transit of just one planet. You must try to get a grasp of the net effect of all the mentioned transit. My predictions will touch mainly on Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu and Kethu. As we enter 2025, where are the main planets in relation to KARKA? Saturn is in your 8th house Kumbha, Rahu is in your 9th house Meena, Guru has completed his retrograde motion in your 11th house in early February 2025. Kethu is in your 3rd house Kanya. Venus has left Saturn to join Rahu on the 28th of January. Venus is exalted or very powerful in this position. A retrograde Mars is already in your 12th house. KARKA individuals have been going through a very intense transformative process ever since Saturn entered Kumbha. This is also known as the Ashtama Shani. Sudden change in residence, change in job, allegations or troubles at the workplace, demotion, health issues, death in the family. Perhaps you have seen it all. Rahu's position in your 9th may have affected your father's health. Kethu's journey in your 3rd house and Guru's transit in the 11th would have cushioned the Ashtama Shani to a large extent. You may recall that 2024 was actually better than 2023. The good news is 2025 will be even better than 2024. At the beginning of the year, Mars was going through a retrograde motion in your own Rashi KARKA. You would have been irritable or short-tempered. There may have been anger directed to your own self. You were dealing with lots of frustration. Venus was also with Saturn at the beginning of the year. This would have affected your comforts or your comfort zone. But if you have been at odds with your partner, Venus entering Kumbha would have renewed your level of affection and happiness in your relationship. Venus moved to Meena on the 28th of January. This itself will improve the qualities of the 9th house by leaps and bounds. Are you making plans to go on a holiday? Please go ahead. You need a break. Guru in the 11th would have brought some amount of success to you, your partner, as well as your children. These were your source of happiness. The combination of Guru and Kethu on your 3rd house would have allowed you to attain a rare type of success through your own efforts. By mid-May, Guru will transit into your 12th house. There are two ways to look at this, as there are good and bad things here. Overall, there will be a rise in expenditure. But they say a 12th house Guru always pushes you to spend big for a good cause. This expenditure may be related to the health of your father, securing higher education, long journeys, or you just feel like donating to a temple or charity. If you want to go out and donate, ensure not only you are doing it with a good heart, but also your money is going into the right hands. You may also need to spend money on your own health or hospitalization. Ensure that you have the appropriate health cover or cash in your hand. With Guru entering the 12th, don't fall in love with your own money. In fact, your bank account will turn into a train station. Cash will come and go as if none of it is actually meant to be yours. To make things worse, Kethu entering your 2nd house happens in the month of May, shortly after Guru's entry into your 12th. Now, Ketu is a wild card. He is there to teach you the value of detachment, but he can also bring sudden gains out of nowhere. Ketu also brings somewhat a disconnect between you and your family. This is going to be somewhat frustrating because as Saturn enters your 9th house, he is also causing you some trouble in terms of your relationship with your siblings, because Rahu is also entering your 8th house, Kumbha. Remember, Rahu and Ketu move together. Rahu in the 8th will attract you to leave home and experiment with all sorts of bizarre things. You can very easily end up with the wrong group of friends. Rahu in the 8th can even push you towards criminal activity, or you may just happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Question is, who asked you to go out at the wrong time? Avoid going to shady places, especially at night. If you really need to go out and have a drink or meet your friends, do it at home or some other safe place. If you sit and drink in a pub, a fight will break out, chairs will start flying, and the next thing you know, your face is caught on the CCTV. If you are in gainful employment, learn to pay your taxes on time. The tax man was already looking at your tax file while you were going through the Ashtama Shani. Now with Rahu entering the 8th house, the real troubles may begin. You may be put in a situation where you can very easily commit financial fraud, breach of trust, smuggling, or dealing in dangerous goods. Be careful, none of this money will stay with you. It is best to avoid gambling, get rich quick scheme, or any new form of investment. Rahu may give you the occasional luck, but it will be sudden and unexpected. Do not depend on it for your survival. To those in the stock market, you better avoid day trading and short-term speculation. Go for long-term investment in blue chip counters. Even then, invest only what you can afford. Your money will likely be stuck there for a long time. If you are studying an occult subject, astronomy, astrology, you will be supported by Rahu. You will prosper if your work involves dealing with secrets, emergencies, investigating fraud, crime, insurance, or calamities. Now let's talk about Saturn. Saturn or Shani is entering your 9th house by the end of March. He will spend 2 months with Rahu, giving a rocky start to the Saturn transit. Pay attention to your father's health and your higher studies. Some erratic trends will be there between end of March to the end of May. A sudden opportunity for a long journey may open up. Do not plan out the details too much in advance. Brace for delays and go with the flow. From June until the mid of July, you will need to work extra hard to achieve your higher goals. But once Saturn turns retrograde in the middle of July, you may suddenly lose the momentum in a project that you have started. There can be setbacks and distractions involving your own health and reputation. Navigate this period carefully. Stay motivated as Guru's temporary entry into KARKA by mid-October till 5th of December will broaden your thoughts and outlook. You will be able to think big. There will be a temporary relief from huge expenses too. Guru will also give another opportunity for promotion, higher studies, and long journeys during this brief period. Guru will ensure that people in authority and power take note of your efforts. So, between mid-July to end October, do not abandon a project that you have started and do not lose your motivation. Face allegations calmly. Do not let down your guard. Exercise caution if you are asked to sign documents or contracts. Avoid getting trapped into taking an expensive loan. Read the fine print. Avoid getting drawn into office politics or plotting against your own superiors. Saturn's ninth transit may put you on a clash course with your superiors as well as your siblings. Stay focused on achieving higher goals. Do not sacrifice your work ethics. There will be a delay in getting a promotion or raise in salary. Somebody else may get promoted instead of you. All that will be just a test of your patience and dedication. Over time, what is due to you will come to you. Look at your past. You have survived Ashtama Shani. Shani has trained you how to deal with gossips and allegations. Look at your future. Shani will enter your 10th house and overhaul your career. How can Saturn make you the boss one day if you lack the right attitude and skills? So for now, Shani wants you to learn to deal with long, hard and difficult tasks. Rise to take up the challenges. Do not back off easily. With the moon being your KARKA, Cancer individuals are far too emotional and you easily feel demotivated, especially with Saturn. Moon is all about speed. Saturn demands that you slow down. Saturn wants you to be methodical and thorough in your work. Read, learn, ask. And how do you make Saturn happy? Show respect to your seniors and elders. On Saturdays, when you go stand in front of Saturn, ask for mental strength and good health. In the last 4 weeks of the year, you will begin to settle into a more stable trajectory. Use Saturn's ninth transit to acquire new skills and higher recognition. It won't come easily. You will need to concentrate all your effort into it. And please don't worry too much about Guru going into the 12th. Do not hesitate to spend towards your own personal development as you will begin to see the benefits in the next few years. Guru's transit through your 12th also helps smoothen the ill effects of Rahu in your 8th. But both of them can also work together against you if you are involved in reckless financial decisions. In summary, 2025 will continue to be a challenging year for you. The multiple transit of major planets definitely has its effect on all the 12 signs, but unfortunately for you, it involves the 8th and the 12th houses. These are very sensitive houses. Take care of your emotional as well as physical well-being. Many good things are in store in the years to come. Don't make decisions based on your emotions. Most importantly, check the background of others who come forward to offer advice. Read motivational books. Spend time with successful people. Ask them to share how they had to cope with the difficult part of their journey. But at the same time, be careful about opening up and sharing your insecurity or fears to the wrong type of people. Go back to the basics. Pray for divine intervention. Observe Dharma. Exercise and find a healthy way to release your tension. You will need a healthy body and mind that will help you reap the maximum benefits from all the wonderful things that will happen to you in 2026 and beyond.